Hey, if you're still here rocking with me, congratulations to you for taking one of the most important steps in your virtual assistant business, and that is finding clients as a virtual assistant. So in this video, as promised, I'm going to show you how to find clients as a virtual assistant by using your social media profiles, hashtags, referrals, and different things like that. So first, you want to make sure that you have your social media profile set up so people know who you are and what you do. And this will make it so that clients will be able to find you and you don't have to look for clients. And so an example of the proper way to set up your social media profile would be to say something like, if you worked for coaches, I would say something like, I help coaches increase their revenue by booking appointments on their calendars. This is going to be essential for coaches because without appointments on their calendars, they can't increase their revenue. And the goal of all entrepreneurs is to be able to increase their revenue so that they can do things in their business as well as generate income for their families, right? So you want to change that social media profile to say that across all platforms that you use. If you're using LinkedIn, make sure it says that. If you use Facebook, if you use Instagram, if you use TikTok, all those platforms should say exactly who you are and what it is that you can do for your ideal client. And just to take a step back, before you begin setting up your social media profile, make sure you know exactly who your ideal client is. So do some research, or if you already know, you want to take whatever corporate skills you have and transfer those into the virtual assistant space and work with those same type of clients, then you can do that as well. But just make sure you know exactly who your ideal client is, because that is going to be essential for you so that you can know where to look for your ideal client online. Right? So now you have your social media profile set up properly and everybody knows who you are and what it is that you do, and you have an idea of who your ideal client is, right? So then you want to go onto your social media profiles, create an introduction video, letting everyone know on your page, you know, exactly what services are that you offer. So if you offer administrative services, talk about that. If you offer lead generation, talk about that and how it can help your potential client. If you offer HR onboarding, et cetera, et cetera. Whatever it is that you're doing, you want to make sure that your ideal client knows exactly what you can help them with in their business. And so another way to find clients online, if you're using Facebook, there's a bunch of free communities on Facebook where you can join and your ideal client is hanging out. So say you're looking for coaches. There's all of these places on Facebook that have coaches. You join those groups, you sit, you wait for people to say, hey, you know, I'm looking for a virtual assistant that specializes in this, or maybe they won't even say that specializes in it. Maybe they'll just mention they're looking for a virtual assistant. Now, this is your time for you to go ahead, chime in. Hey, my name is Shamika. I'm a virtual assistant. I specialize in XYZ. I'd love to book some time with you on my calendar to see if I can help you with any pain points that you have in your business. Of course, most people, if they haven't found any virtual assistants, they're going to be like, yes, I'm ready. Drop that link to your Calendly or your Acuity in that chat so that they can go ahead and book a time with you. Another thing that you can do is don't even wait for them to book the time with you. You can just go ahead and say, hey, I'm free tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Does that work for you? If they say yes, hey, no problem. Can you give me your email address? Get their email address, go ahead and send them a link from your booking site confirming that you guys will have a meeting tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. so that you can discuss the pain points in their business. So that's another way that you can generate clients online, and that is by joining Facebook communities. Another way you can find clients online on Instagram, you can research hashtags, right? So if your ideal client is coaches, search hashtag coach. If they specialize in trauma, or let's see, they specialize in relationship issues, whatever it is that your ideal coaching client specializes in, search all of those hashtags. This will bring up all of your ideal clients in that area. And then what you want to do is just kind of hang out with those clients, right? See what they have going on their pages. You know, each day set aside time on your calendar. just for you to take an hour out of your day to research and see what it is that your potential clients have going on in their business. So you'll go on to their Instagram or Facebook page or LinkedIn and comment on different things that they're doing. Just let it be known who you are. Be really helpful on their page. Any questions you can ask, if they're asking questions about anything in their business, like who can create a flyer or who can do this, who can do that, make sure you're going on their pages frequently enough that you can answer those questions for them. That gets you in front of their face, and eventually they're definitely going to book a call with you to see how else you can help them in their business. Um, Another way that you can generate clients online is to participate in networking events, right? So, of course, networking events are held online as well as offline, and you want to make sure that you're participating in those networking events both ways. You want to make sure you're going to in-person networking events, having your card, or there's this thing called a dot where you can scan your phone to someone else's phone and it'll give them all your contact information. And then online, make sure when they have breakout rooms, you're promoting your business, that you're a virtual assistant and what services you can offer to them as entrepreneurs. And that will get you a lot of clients. When I was starting out as a virtual assistant, I joined because I worked with coaches. I joined coaching groups and different things like that. And believe me, though, that got me a lot of clients because once you get one client in a group, people, and you do a good job for them, people will start referring you, which is another way to get clients, is referrals. They'll start referring you saying, hey, this is my virtual assistant right here. Whenever people are looking, they'll say, this is my virtual assistant. This is what she does for me. And I'm sure she'll do a good job for you, right? And so that's another way that you can find clients, and that's through referrals by word of mouth. Um, Another way for you to find clients online is to get testimonials. So from your current clients that you already have, reach out to them, ask if they can create a video or just text you or send an email saying, what kind of work you're doing for them, how good you're doing for them. And then you can post those on your social media, put them in your stories, put them on your profile as a post, whatever you want to do. But just let it be known that you're actually a virtual assistant, you actually have clients, you're actually doing the work, and you're actually doing a good job. And that is going to attract people to you to want to see more about your virtual assistant services. And then, of course, you can create a website, create yourself a website and promote that on your personal page, promote that on your social media pages and your LinkedIn. So that way, if people click on your profiles, they'll see, hey, oh, she's a virtual assistant. Yeah, click her link tree. She has a link to her website. Go on the website. You'll have all your services listed, have your Calendly, your Acuity on there, whatever booking system you're using. And people will also be able to just automatically find you and generate appointments in that manner as well. Another way that you can find clients online is to create reels on your social media pages, right? Create reels talking about your virtual assistant business, how you help people in their virtual assistant business. Reels are like one of the biggest things in the algorithm right now that are putting you and your face in front of people and letting them know who it is and what you do in your business. So definitely make sure that you're partaking in creating reels that outline what type of business you have, right? And then in your hashtags that you're putting in there, make sure you're including the ideal clients in those hashtags, because when those ideal clients are searching for things, they'll see your videos and reels coming up and they'll be like, oh, okay, let me book a call with Shamika because she does lead generation and I really need to get some appointments on my calendar to increase my revenue. Another way that I was able to generate, going back to testimonials and get clients, was I reached out to old colleagues and let them know that I now was a virtual assistant. These are the type of virtual assistant services that I offered. And then I let them know, like, if they had any family or friends or anyone who owned their own businesses, I would love to sit down with them and, you know, get their business if possible. If they have something that they need and I can help them, I specialize in that area, then I certainly would like to be considered. And if you have a good rapport with those people, of course, you're going to be the first person that comes to mind whenever anybody starts mentioning they need a virtual assistant online. So that was another way that I was able to get a lot of clients from old colleagues, from my corporate job. You can also use your old corporate job if you have a good relationship again, like your old bosses or anybody who was in a supervisory role with you at your job. Let them create testimonials on how great your work product is, because even though you're new to the virtual assistant space, you're not new to certain things that you're doing. So if you've been a secretary or some type of administrative professional for 12, 15, 20 years, you're definitely not new to this. You're just new to the online space and finding your own clients. So definitely use all of that background that you have, get those testimonials, because you'll be doing the same things essentially for your online client. You just don't have the experience in the online space. And so those testimonials will let them know that you are someone who knows what you're talking about, you know what you're doing, and you can help them in their business.